So I wanted to do a video response to Juggernaut Fitness TV, Jason Blaha. He had this really great video. I thought it was really cool. I made a comment on it. It was, the fitness community doesn't really know what fitness means or what it means to be in shape or what it means to be fit. And I think I knew where he was going with this. And I think what he really meant to say in that video, or one of the things he meant to say was health, longevity, and performance. Those are the three things that make fitness: health, longevity, and performance. And those are those three intersections of kind of what it means to be fit or be healthy, or because, well, health is in there, so it's really more about fitness. But think about this for a second. When you have this, think about these three circles, right? One's health, one's performance, and one's longevity, right? The more you go into one segment more than the other, what ends up happening is you move away from another place. So if you go more towards health and you try to focus on being more and more healthy, you move away from performance and you move away from longevity. And then you also, if you move towards performance, you move away from health. Just kind of, there's different extremes to this. And one of the reasons why I really agree with what Jason Blaha is saying and kind of what I wanted to talk about and piggyback on what he said was that, I mean, I've been a trainer for, 14 years, and I've worked with a lot of people. I read magazines, Muscle and Fitness when I was younger, YouTube channels, videos, and, bodybuilders. You see these guys who are super strong. You watch amazing athletes like Michael Jordan, Lance Armstrong, Tiger Woods, super talented people, right? And then we get a misunderstanding of what health really means or what it means to be fit, because a lot of the time the guys that stand on stage for bodybuilding, like Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, people who are fighting in a UFC fight like Randy Couture, GSP, I mean, although they are better in shape and much more healthier than the person that's on the couch with diabetes, they are definitely moving away from health because they're trying to maximize their performance for the sport. And there's nothing wrong with that. He even gave a thumbs up to CrossFit because CrossFit seems to know a little bit more about what it means to be healthy in comparison to the aesthetic community, because he was really talking about bodybuilding and the aesthetic community, because it really isn't healthy if you really, I mean, just think about this for a second. If you've ever dieted for a bodybuilding show or attempted to, or even just tried to get lean, you know how miserable you feel. And if you think about it, are you really supposed to feel that bad when you deplete yourself, Because a lot of the time when we're trying to look better and get ripped and get shredded, and you're already in a fairly healthy body fat percentage, and you're strong, and you can run, and you can do a bunch of stuff, but you're just trying to basically make yourself better, and you're trying to do it in sort of an aggressive fashion, you're definitely moving away from health. A lot of the time, a lot of our ideas of what health is skewed because of what we see out in magazines, what we see out on TV, is because we see, what do we see? We see people that are genetic elite. We see the best of the best. And we think that is what it means to be healthy. And when reality is, these people are like the best of the best. They are the 0.0001% of the population that is absolutely genetically gifted. And for us to compare ourselves to them is sort of kind of ridiculous. A lot of the fitness community really kind of gets jaded or gets skewed about what it means to be healthy because of kind of what we see on TV, what we see in magazines, and we see the genetic elite out there, people who look amazing, who are shredded and ripped, who can do amazing things with their bodies, from sports to bodybuilding to competition, whatever it may be. And these are things we aspire to for human performance. It just helps us get an idea for basically what is possible out of the human body. However, it skews things because, younger in my career, when I was just, a beginning trainer, I would think in my head that, I would have to look like these guys in order to be credible. To be a credible personal trainer, or be someone that can actually coach someone to get ripped. And don't get me wrong, I don't disagree that you do have to be in pretty good shape, and you have to look the part, and you have to eat the part, you have to do the part. But at the same token, sometimes when we are really into fitness and we are fitness enthusiasts, we can get caught up in realizing that these people are not normal people. The people that we look up to, the people that we see that are amazing, like Dan Green, those kind of guys, they do some amazing ass shit. It's kind of crazy. And we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot by not realizing that, oh, wait a minute, are we the genetic elite? Am I genetically gifted? I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to strive for more than you are, but I think sometimes when we see someone who's absolutely amazing, who is at the upper percentile when it comes to fitness, that we think that's what it means to be healthy, when in fact they are basically 0.001%. And to varying degrees, people that have to basically cut for like a bodybuilding show sometimes have to put themselves in such an unhealthy state to get there. And this is very true for a lot of people. Now think about this. There are people who are basically already lean, and they can get into a bodybuilding shape, step on stage, and not be unhealthy because their genetics allow for that sort of, I guess, forgiveness in their ability to stay in low body fat, because everyone responds to carbohydrates a little differently, responds to proteins and fats differently. Everyone is, genetically unique, and everyone is going to have a different response to certain things. And when we look at someone who's completely shredded, we think that's the picture of health, when in reality it's a combination of health, performance, and a lot of other things. And you take a look at what it means to be the three triple point water theory. I heard this from Rob Wolf on the Paleo Solution podcast, and I think it was, I forgot who coined it, but you have health, longevity, and performance, right? These are the three things, right? And you're trying to get better at these three things. You're trying to basically find the middle. For most people, at least, unless you're an athlete, then you want to obviously go towards more performance. And the thing is that what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are optimizing everything of your body in all three categories. That way you live long, that you're healthy, and then also you perform well, because it sucks to live long and be healthy but not have any strength or capabilities. On the other token, to have lots of performance and have lots of health but not live very long. It's kind of a conundrum, so to speak. But anyways, those are just my 2 cents. I think that we're just some of us sometimes can be a little bit jaded, especially if you're younger. I'm older and I have kids and I'm married, so I'm older, so it's kind of like my viewpoint has changed quite a bit over the last 10 years. But I think that what's important to realize is that when you're chasing health, when you're chasing performance, you want to look better and get shredded, understand that there's a balance that needs to be considered. Are you trying to get shredded to be on stage? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just understanding that there's a cost to that and that you're making sacrifice. Just like for me, like I'm going for 1 rep maxes, and there is a risk to that. There's risk. There's a chance of injury. There's a chance of a lot of different things. So those are just my thoughts. Hope you like this video. Click like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber.